What's up, guys? Today we're doing an honest review for Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord War Sales. Oh, you might say to yourself, but Baltimore, War Sales ain't out yet. How can you review it? Oh, come on, homie. Does it really need to be out? Does it? First, so I don't get sued or nothing, I'm gonna go ahead and say, don't take nothing here. I say, that's nothing but my opinion. So that's all it is. Alright, let me tell you about Tell Wars, or whoever the developer is, Telltale. I forget their name. I mean, who really cares what their name was? Mount and Blade Bannerlord came out. Everybody just calls it Bannerlord. The idea of the game is great, but this is always the case. The idea of the game is great, but the execution is messed up most of the time because the developer doesn't want to let the modders take over. And that's the case here. Um, Tell World wants to update Bannerlord like once every 5 minutes, so the modders they just can't keep up with it. There was really stupid bugs like the grain bug, where your army would go out and do stuff like your automatic AI army that you create and send out to do stuff, and they'd gather too much grain, and then they'd end up walking like 2 miles a year or something. And whatever army they got with, that whole army would be slowed down to walking 2 miles in an entire year, and you couldn't make them sell the grain any type of way, shape, or form. That's what people called the grain bug, and there was a mod that got rid of it. Okay, so there was a lot of stupid things like that. And then there were fun mods like the family planning mod and the telepathy mod that made it so you didn't have to chase people all across the map to talk to them. I mean, you could spend hours trying to chase somebody across the map. And then there were mods that, quality of life. Developers, for the most part, they don't care about your quality of life. They aren't gamers, so they don't care about you. They don't care, if you have a horrible time playing the game or not. So that's why they mess it up for the modders, because they don't want the game to be righteously fun for years and years. They want you to have fun for a little while and then buy the next piece of trash they put out. Okay, so if you buy War Sales, that's what you're buying. A bug infested tangle root of nonsense. That's it. And they're never gonna, all the years Bannerlord's been out, they've still just not left it alone and let the modders get a hold of it. It used to be so fun for a brief time. And then they started updating it like every 5 minutes. And you go on the forums and talk about it, and they have their paid agents. You go on the forums and you're like, man, they keep updating it and ruining my mods. And they have their paid agents that they go on the forum and act like a normal gamer and like, oh, well, you can just use the correct beta. And it's like, homie, do you mind telling me which beta works with my list of 20 mods? And then which version of those 20 mods works with that specific beta? It's too complicated. You cannot do it. And they'll tell you things like, oh, just go and read it in the mod description. You can't. Some of the mod descriptions are as long as a novel. Some of them don't say anything. Most of them, whether they say anything or are as long as a novel, they don't tell you what you need to know about game version and which version of the mod works with what. And even if they did, they wouldn't know nothing about all the other groovy mods that, which one works for the most. If the modders could just get together and talk and be like, okay, we're all going to make, our mods work for this version right here, it would be great and that would work. But modders don't do that because modders often think, no, not often, always think you are as much of a computer wizard as they are. Okay? So, War Sales will be coming out. Go ahead and pre order, buy it, whatever, if you want to.